Hey guys, what's up? Jared here, Dex and Dice again. I know 2 videos in 1 week. I don't know, and the webcam is doing that weird focus thing. I've tried to sit here and fix it, so if it continues doing it, I apologize. I hope to God it just self corrects and won't need any kind of percussive maintenance like some things need. Anyways, um, just want to touch on a few quick subjects because I wanted to, no other real reasons. First subject is video game related because I do play video games, admittedly not a lot and nowhere near the amount that I used to. Real life gets in the way and stops doing that. Video games to me are more of a morning ritual part now where I sit there and drink coffee, play a video game, then start my day. And maybe play for another hour or so after I get home and the kids are asleep and it's just me and the wife there. She's doing her knitting project or whatever, and I'm just killing time. Anyways, um, wanted to touch on Diablo 4, and I'm not going to go into big detail about this because everyone who keeps up with it knows. Season 4 is actually really fucking good, so if you put Diablo down and your butt hurt over it or whatever, pick it back up, give it another whirl. I will admit, though, like after you hit level 45, things kind of become spongy again, where the only big difference is, most things have increased HP, and that's really about it. Except, like, on higher difficulties, obviously, that changes a little bit. But for the most part, unless you're playing some broken build with a necromancer or whatever where it's just a bunch of minions and casting spells and you one shot shit. I mean, kudos to you if you want to play on fucking easy mode and just spam the game and go for it. I mean, it's built that way, I suppose, but I mean, that's not really like playing the game. You're just, like I said, like on easy mode where it's just, let me sit here, click this button, I win, yay. But that appeals to some people, so whatever tickles your pickle, go for it. Would definitely just pick back up Diablo 4 if you said fuck this game and left. It's a lot better than what it was. Um, and I heard this morning, and it may have happened yesterday, or I don't really know when, but the Helldivers 2 CEO, he actually stepped down and went to be the creative director, I believe, which is really cool because I can understand where he's coming from, where it's like, I guess he didn't expect the game to succeed the way that it did. Wasn't ready for that kind of growth, etc., etc. Was just way too much for him personally to handle, which is admirable as fuck for him to come out and just outright be like, yeah, I can't do this. This guy can, however. I at least have known this dude for X amount of time. He's capable. He's going to handle the tedious bullshit that is running a business while I go back to doing what I do best, which is creating video games. I'm going to be the creative director or whatever he is. So that means that Helldivers will get the balancing that it needs for it to be an even better game. So expect like weapon balances and stuff like that to be coming pretty soon, and I think like the TTK for things is going to be lowered and stuff like that. I believe. Don't quote me on that, but that's just what I heard. Um, so yeah, that should be cool. Uh, into video games, I guess. Well, hold on. I guess I should plug this also. That we do Tekken tournaments here at the shop. It varies, honestly. It goes from like Wednesdays to Saturdays. Just depends on the day. If you're in the Discord, Nubby will let you know what day is going to happen, what time, and all that good stuff. So yeah, there's that. We are going to work on doing other things. Sorry, pollen is crap. Um, Going to work on other games and all that good stuff, but for right now, Tekken just seems to be the go-to. Uh, so yeah, we do Tekken tournaments. Look at us. Uh, Also, wanted to give a big shout out to all the Yu-Gi-Oh players. Yesterday was an awesome success as far as the launch of the Rarity Collection 2 goes. pretty badass. I know you guys have been looking forward to it, and I know some of you are griping about the price and all that good stuff, but I mean, it is what it is. Like, you know, you guys have a pretty cheap game, all things considered. Uh, so yeah, like I said, you're not paying like 250, 260 for a box or of a premium set, because that's what Rarity Collection basically is a premium set of Yu-Gi-Oh. So like, you're skating by pretty good. I get it, but like at the same time, it's like, okay, man, like, be a Magic player. Like, the wallet would hurt way more. So, anywho, just want to say thank you for you guys doing that, your continued support and all. So, appreciate it. And if you want to tell me to go fuck myself about my little price comment there next time you see me at the shop, tell me to go fuck myself. It's fine. You know how we roll. Uh, there's also Elestrals. It's actually picking up some traction here at the shop. I'm not going to say it's blowing out the water, but it's picking up little people here and there interest. So that's really awesome to see. I'd like for it to become more of a staple, I guess, at the shop. And we'll see how that goes. It's looking like it's going to be, but we'll see. I'm about to throw that webcam against the wall. It is what it is. Um, so yeah, Elestrals we also will be doing on Sundays, starting at 2 p.m. It'll be free play for right now until there's enough people to warrant some kind of a, I don't know, like an actual locals or some kind of a league or something like that. You know, once I get a consistent, at bare minimum, like 4 of you that come in, play every Sunday, you know, you're here buying stuff for Elestrals, like hyping the game and all that good stuff, then, you know, I will definitely support it if I see the support for the game itself. As far as me learning it, that's probably not going to happen, and I know fucking that's a knock on me, but as I've said before, I've got way too much crap going on to sit down, learn a game, and try to hype it up and throw it out there any more than I already am. It sucks to say, but it is what it is, guys. This is, you know, despite the help from Throwbo with Yu-Gi-Oh! And Willie on Fridays and Saturdays now with, you know, doing league and just general help, like, it's pretty much a one-man show. Um, you know, Nubby helps every now and again now. He's taken a step back, and rightfully so. So he's here, but he's not here, you know, if that makes any sense. So, um, but again, it's basically me, and I run decisions and all that good stuff by the minions, and I ask you guys and all that good stuff, because ultimately, the shop is about you, what you guys want, how you guys want things to be, etc., etc. Um, I am old school when it comes to a lot of crap, and a lot of the crap that I believe would hurt fifis, for lack of a better term. So, like, the way I would run shit would not be acceptable in today's terms as far as participation trophies go, etc., etc., because ultimately back in my day, it was legitimately, hey, give me your money. Here is your chance to rank in the top 3, maybe 4, and if you didn't, too fucking bad, you don't get shit. Um, you know, so that's just where I stand on that. So, thankfully, I guess we don't do that. Um, I still think it would be awesome, would probably help some people build a better character, I guess. Anyways, moving on from that, because I could probably rant on that and be yelled at by you guys for that kind of stance, but it is what it is. Um, yeah. So, Elestrals, Sundays at 2 p.m., free play. Come out, show support for the game, and I will show more support for on the shop end. Let's touch on some Magic shit, I guess, moving on. Surprise, surprise. It'll be like MH3, basically, since it's the big thing coming up. There's, from what I understand, out in the wild, people are doing cancels for their, play boosters and all that good stuff. Commander decks, I guess, is the main one that I hear cancels for, which, sure, fine, why not? But the hype is dying for it, and it's being labeled as like Commander Horizons, which is ultimately what it kind of is. I know it's not really like a modern set, but something that everyone has to kind of realize, and I know that everyone realizes it and they probably fucking hate it, but whether you like it or not, Commander is the format for Magic right now. It's honestly, and bear with me when I say this, but it's honestly the easiest format to get into, the most forgiving format to get into as far as like your wallet and all that good stuff. Yes, there are commander decks that are fucking expensive. I have one that, like, if I tallied everything up, it probably would be $2,000, $2,500 or some shit. But I didn't spend that all at one time. It was legit just piece by piece by piece. But anywho, commander is where it's at just because of the low barrier to entry. You drop $40 on a precon and you're good to go. Sure, you might get raffle stomped or whatever, but you're still good to go. You don't need 4 copies of a fucking $30 card or 4 copies of a $20 card, or a $10 card or whatever. You need one. It's just way easier to get into, and regardless of how I would love to get a 60 card format started here at the shop, be that fucking standard, modern, pauper, shit, I guess that's really about it. Standard, modern, pauper. There's some other shit I'm sure that I'm forgetting, but fuck it, there's too many formats. Um, Commander is where it's at. You guys know that. I know that. Whine, bitch, and complain about it all you want, but there's like a small handful of you that want other shit aside from Commander, and the rest of us are just kind of like, cool story, bro. Uh, and Wizards and Hasbro has taken note of that, and they're going to ride that cash cow until they can't anymore. That's just how they operate. That's how many businesses operate. Whine, bitch, and complain all you want. Maybe they'll listen to you, maybe they won't, or maybe they'll just throw out little tidbits here and there to satiate people where, half the set is for standard or modern people or whatever, and the other half is Commander. I mean, honestly, every set that comes out technically is Commander anyway, since Commander allows for every fucking set. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't. I get people complaining about it, but also like, what are you gonna do? Um, it's the de facto stand format right now. If WotC didn't have so many fucking formats, maybe that would be a slightly different story. If it was just, say, I don't know, fucking standard and Commander. I mean, if they only had 2 formats, that would probably be a thing, or that would be kind of terrible, honestly. Um, so like, maybe if it was a standard modern and Commander, like if that was it, nothing more, nothing less, just boom, that's it. Maybe there would be a little bit less bitching about things, but here we are with fucking 6, 7, 8 different formats or whatever, however many there are for Magic currently, and everyone has its own unique ban list and so forth and so forth. It gets to be a pain in the ass, but I went on a tangent there. I also think that, as I've said in previous videos, that spoiler season really fucks up sets as a whole. It just fucks things up. Uh, I know you guys are like, yeah, but I like to know what's coming out so I know how to spend my money. Granted, cool, I get that. But whatever happened to, like, experiencing a set? Like, again, back in the day, because I'm old and set in my ways, you got spoiled like 10 fucking cards, maybe 15 or 20, just depending on the set and however many they really felt like giving out. But the rest was up in the air. Could be anything. Could be a really shitty set. Could be a really good set. Because they're always going to spoil the best cards that they can. Um, you guys have been missing out on just the overall experience of experiencing a set, like figuring out what's actually in there and seeing what's in there, busting open packs and being like, "Oh shit, this is cool," or "Oh shit, this sucks. I'm not buying anymore," you know? Um, but yeah, like it's spoiler season has completely ruined every fucking thing, especially with the leaks before the leaks or whatever that WotC surely has nothing to do with, which completely call bullshit on that because I know for a fact if they wanted stuff to not be leaked inside the warehouses or whatever, it could be done. I worked for Amazon for I don't know 8 months or some shit upon years ago, back down in the West Columbia area where I'm from. Anywho, if Amazon can make sure you don't have any kind of cell phones or any of that bullshit, I'm pretty sure WotC can do the same when it comes to their warehouses and all sorts of other stuff. Yeah, okay, there will be unicorn scenarios where shit gets leaked out, I guess. Like, probably unavoidable, but they could really cut down on the, I guess, amount of stuff that gets leaked out or the when shit gets leaked out because I'm pretty sure they control it regardless. But I stand by my statement of spoiler season ruins the entire set for everyone. Like, yay, you get to see what's in the set before you buy it, but again, I think it just ruins the experience entirely. And a lot of people are going to disagree with that because from a consumer aspect, like, yeah, sure, okay, cool, I get to see what's in the set. Do I want to spend my money on it or not, etc., etc., etc. I can't really argue that any more than I already am, aside from just you lose that excitement for the set. And I guess I'll leave it at that because that's just kind of what I keep saying is you just lose the excitement for the set. Um, even figuring out a set is crap is kind of exciting in and of itself. Like it's disappointing but exciting at the same time. Like a lot of things in life where it's like, well, shit, that didn't work out, but I got this from it, so it's not a total loss. Um, but yeah, so I guess I'll just leave it at that one for the spoiler season bullshit. I just it kind of grinds my gears. Uh, and last but not least, and this is completely me beating a dead horse. Uh, but one other thing that I want to say about this whole sealed versus singles bullshit, um, like I said previously in the last video, that it'll eventually boil down to where a lot of small shops like mine or whatever, we won't do box openings for Magic anymore. We won't crack open shit to sell singles in our shops anymore, just because the risk is too great. And we can only continue taking that risk for you guys until we just have enough and are like, nah, man, fuck it. We risk it, you risk it, have a nice day. And at that point, if shit doesn't start selling as far as sealed goes, then we just stop carrying it, like I said, and that's the end goal for that one. That's what will eventually happen if it goes down that way. I'm not saying it will. It's just a possibility. I don't see it going down that way because I think shit's about to correct itself. And by correct itself, I don't mean like it's going to do a complete and total fucking 180. I think we're going to see closer to what it should be with a healthy balance of people buying sealed and singles because despite along with smaller shops and everything, not doing box openings for singles for their locals and all that good shit, it'll be the big boys that will do it with mass box openings or even like more well established shops that can afford to do that shit. Maybe one day, sorry, hair fell in my mouth. Maybe one day, I'll be able to, I'm going to buy fucking 60 cases of this and I'm going to crack 20 of it for the shop and sell the other 40 online or whatever. One day maybe. Currently, no. But my point with that is if that happens, and it's only like a handful of shops being able to do that. And I know, like, when I say handful, it's going to be like hundreds of shops doing it and all that good stuff, so don't get your panties in a wad. But it'll be where that they will control the price for your singles. And it's as simple as that. It's like a Walmart strategy, Um, aside from them not going in and bullying everyone else to get out of the market, and then them lowering their prices and then jacking it up when everyone leaves. It's essentially the same thing, though. you know Smaller shops will eventually get, for lack of a better term, priced out of being able to do enough box openings to make it worth their while, and the bigger shops will just take it and they will open it and they will crack packs for singles. They will list shit once they figure out the supply isn't really as hefty as it used to be, but the demand is way more than it would be. And then you will start seeing your singles go up, 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 and up just because they can. Because where else are you going to buy fucking singles if you, your buddies, and your local shop aren't buying sealed? Because it's as simple as supply and demand. If there's a small supply, a large demand, whoever has the supply can almost charge whatever the fuck they want to charge for it, and someone out there will pay for it. And that's just how I see that one going. As shitty as that sounds, and again, I'm not saying that it's 100% going to happen, but if it were to happen that way, that's the projection I see with the singles market, where it'll be your big boy shops, maybe 600 shops in total or something, maybe 1,000. I forget how many LGSs are really in the. Anyways, they'll control the price of your singles. Your $20 single will go to $35, $30, $50. Fuck, depending on how popular it is, it might go to $70. It just really would be a roll of the dice. And then, like, at that point, like I said in the previous video, by the time you buy 3 of those fucking things that you need for a deck, you might as well have just bought a fucking box and risked it for the biscuit. God, I can't talk. But yeah, but I don't think that that's going to happen in 6 months to 8 months to a year. If it does, that'd be fucking mind-boggling. But if what I think isn't going to happen, where I think it's going to be a nice little mix of people buying sealed, cracking singles, I'm not saying it's going to even itself out to a let's hold hands and sing kumbaya kind of point, but I think it's going to get better than what we are currently seeing. So I think it is. I could be horribly wrong. And if I am wrong, then what I just said about the singles and the big boys ended up being able to make their own prices for the singles and all that shit. That will be the trajectory that I see going on with that one. But anywho, so yeah, I know I keep having to beat that dead horse with the just buy some fucking sealed, don't just buy singles. But it's, trust me, it helps you in the long run. Like I said in the last video, you'll have random odds and ends for shit to build decks 4, 5, 6 months down the road when the new set launches and there's some synergy between the new set and the old shit that you just don't have because you just were like, fuck it, I'm not spending $200 on a box. Sure, why not? But like, you're gonna end up spending $200 anyways, somehow, some way. Just buy the sealed box so you have it in the future, so you don't have to worry about scrambling to buy 2, 3, 1 copy of this card before you go to this tournament or this event or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't know, it's like canning food or some shit. You don't can it so you can eat it the next day. You can it so if some bullshit happens, you have it later. It's a safety net. Um, but yeah, anyways, fuck it. I'm done rambling. You guys have a good one. I'll talk to you probably later this week, if not, sometime next week, because I just did 2 videos. I don't know if there's going to be anything else to pop up and ramble about with you guys, but yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Think I'm fucking hungry. I'm gonna go eat something. Sounds like a plan. Have a good one, guys. And as always, like, subscribe, share, all that good shit. Uh, Help us build this fucking channel so we can kind of maybe in another 8 months to a year start monetizing this shit. Because money is good and we need money, you know, because we're just low down money grubbing merchants, I guess, at the end of the day. So, yeah. And we also do have a channel over on the Mean Green website, by the way. Uh, I'm not going to put links into the uh, video for that one because apparently YouTube hates it. And I mean, we're too small for them to probably really give a shit. But if for some strange reason they do throttle shadow ban bullshit that mention that Mean Green website by name and put the link in the description, I don't want to really run the risk of that bullshit happening while I'm trying to organically grow this channel to be able to get some ad revenue and shit. So if you do use the Mean Green website, look us up. Still the same name, Dex and Dice LLC. And, you know, follow us over there, subscribe, and all that shit. Now I'm gone, so you guys have a good one.